Hello, everybody. You have tuned into Live with Heather Vickery. I am Heather Vickery, and I'm so excited to be sharing space with you. I come on almost every Thursday at 11 a.m. Central and just share one new way that you can work towards mastering the trifecta of self, knowing, liking, trusting yourself, living an aligned, joy filled, brave life. This is designed to be a space for us to connect, to talk to each other, to share real truths. And sometimes I drop some pretty cool content that you want to hang out with. And sometimes I just want to celebrate you and light you up and help you think of things in a unique, creative way, get out of the box a little bit because we get stuck in a rut. We get stuck doing things in very specific ways. And because of those patterns and those habits, we start to believe that that's the only option. That's the only way things can be done. That's the only choice we have. So, what I want you to think about all the time, but especially if you're sharing space with me, is what if there were other things that could be true? Maybe that thing is true, but maybe it's not the only thing that's true. Sit with that for a second. What else could be true? What else is possible? And let's play and let's explore. When we let go of what we think we know for sure, we open up an entire world of possibilities. And I am so excited to be here with you all today. If you are here, say hi. Pop in, say hi. I'm so excited to be here with you. Quick note, next Thursday, I'm going on a last minute trip with my mom. So there will not be a live show next week, but we will share some uh, reruns, past episodes that folks really enjoyed. So if you don't already get my newsletter, go to vickeryandco.com right now and get yourself signed up for the newsletter so that you can have access to that past content. For those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Heather Vickery, and I am a transformational success coach, absolutely dedicated to helping you build the trifecta of self, knowing, liking, and trusting yourself at every stage of life, no matter what is happening, because you're constantly shifting and changing and growing. That's the only thing we know for sure is that change is the only constant. And the version of you that was here last week, last month, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you're a totally different person today because you've had all sorts of new experiences. So, my goal is to help you know, like, and trust yourself at every stage so that you can actually have a life you are madly fucking in love with. You know why? Because you are worthy of that. You deserve that. You were born worthy. You were born deserving a life that you are in love with. What does that look like? It looks like knowing yourself so truly, so completely, so deeply that you trust yourself to go out on a limb, to try new things, to have hard conversations, to believe in yourself, and that you like yourself in the process, on the journey, even when you fuck up, because you will. It's only feedback, never failure. You're going to make mistakes. And when you master the trifecta of self, you make mistakes and you are compassionate with yourself and you are kind and you find the lesson, you get the feedback, you forgive yourself, and you move on. So much of this work is about taking radical responsibility for ourselves, right? Nobody else can do this for us. Nobody else empowers you. Nobody else gives you success. Nobody else does what you can do for yourself. Nobody else can show up for you the way that you can show up for you. Radical responsibility means being responsible, taking responsibility and accepting your role in everything that you're doing in life, everything that you're experiencing. Yes, other people might do shitty things. Yes, other people might hurt you. And those things count. But you know this has happened. Now, what do you want to do with this information? How do you want to respond? What do you want to do now that you know this? That's really the opportunity. That's really the gift. You can't change or control anyone else. You can only change or control yourself, how you show up, how you respond, how you treat yourself, how you treat other people. Those are the things that are within your control, right? That's what I want to help you do. And one of the things that we forget when we're doing this work, sorry, just smacked the microphone to everybody who's doing that. When we're doing this work, we think we're just talking about business. We think we're just talking about strategies and getting what we want or making more money or whatever that might look like for you. And I want to remind you that this work is so much bigger than those things. This work includes having a life you enjoy living. It's beyond just being successful. It's beyond being liked or being wanted or being desired. It's happiness for the sake of happiness. It's joy for the sake of joy. Going out and doing something just because you like it, because it makes you feel good, because it's fun. The French call it joie de vivre. And I love the French. As you can tell, you look at, I am currently actively manifesting living in France several months out of the year. And these pictures, let's say you've got these two. I took these photos, and then on this side, there are more. I took these photos myself when I was in Paris, and then I had them printed and put on my bookshelf so that whenever I'm here connecting with you, talking to you all live or working with clients, I can see my dreams manifested back to me. I'm taking responsibility for that. It brings me joy. I want you to claim your joy. In fact, I'm feeling so excited about joy that for my community membership, the Spark Collective, which is an absolutely beautiful space to show up for yourself in just a few minutes a day, a couple times a week, we deliver exclusive content to the Spark members every month. And this month's content is the joy experiment. 30 different ways to connect with joy in a creative, unusual, unique way in just a few minutes. So, anybody who joins the Spark Collective, and it's worth noting that today is the very last day you can get into the Spark Collective for our original launch price of only $8 a month. That's so silly. Like yesterday, I got my favorite drink from my local coffee shop, and it is a oat milk lavender matcha latte, and it cost me $9. And it was worth every penny of those $9. But for less than that per month, today is the last day. You can join the Spark Collective. You can get access to our entire catalog of content. So you can get the Joy Experiment. You can get guided EFT tapping meditations for having a great day, morning, noon, and night. Quick win mini courses, dreamscaping opportunities, growing gratitude, learning to surrender, developing more confidence. There are so many things you have access to, not to mention the fact that every single Monday we drop an intuitive journal prompt that is pulled directly from human design transits. What do I mean when I say that? So in human design, there are gates, and you have specific gates activated in your chart. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to my website, check out human design, or send me a DM. Let's talk about it. Human design is game changing. It is all about expanding, elevating, knowing yourself, and using what is naturally yours without apology. All that to be said, because the earth moves, different gates are active globally for everybody each week. And in the Spark journal prompts, I pull human design transits. And these questions, these journal prompts are specifically geared to help you take advantage of the energy that's lit up globally. Y'all want to do this. You really want to do this. Today is April 25th, 2024. It is the last day that you can get into the Spark Collective for only $8 a month. It is time to say yes to yourself. It is time to show up for yourself. It is time to give yourself the gift of knowing, liking, and trusting yourself as the version of you that exists right now. All right. Starting tomorrow, it's $18 a month, and that is still a hell of a deal for what you're getting. I promise. Let's get back on track. All I had started to say was today's topic is the pursuit of simple joys, joie de vivre, joy for the sake of joy, happiness for happiness's sake. And I am doing the joy experiment. This is what I have created for the members of the Spark Collective. I cannot wait to do this with them, to get out of the box, to laugh, to be silly, to have fun. Here's the thing. When we unleash our joy, we reclaim happiness in a world that is consistently high demand. This is about revolutionary saying, no, I don't have to go all the time. No, I don't have to sacrifice my happiness, my joy, and my well being to be right, to do it right, to be successful, to have enough, to make money. I can do all of those things and choose joy at the same time. This this endless chain of productivity, of output. We are not built for that. That is not what we're here to do. What is that giving you? What are you learning when all you focus on is the result or the output? And what could be different for you if you decided today to be happy in this moment, to choose joy in this moment, to do something to create joy? If you're having a tough day, and I honor that and I feel that, and we want to be honest about all of our feelings and all of our emotions and feel them. And then at some point, be honest with yourself and say, okay, I'm ready to step out of this space. I want to choose joy. Do something silly. Watch babies laughing on YouTube, or pretend you're a car and zoom around your house. Put your favorite song on and scream scream the lyrics at the top of your lungs. Find a different way to show up for yourself. This is honestly a revolutionary act. Choosing joy for the sake of joy is so revolutionary because we have been head down, checking the boxes, being successful, doing the thing that we're supposed to be doing that we think is required of us all the time, and skipping the part where you're allowed to love your life. You're allowed to do something just because it's fun. I invite you to expand and explore on that. This is about simple pleasures. Yes, it can be big things. Yes, I want to live in Paris for several months out of the year. I love to travel. I love to adventure. I was in Key West visiting my sister last week. I'm going to the Bahamas with my mom next week. I am here for it. I am saying yes to joy. I am saying yes to life. I am an active achiever of unrealistic dreams, but also this joy can be yours in really small, intimate, simple ways. I light a beautiful candle every time I sit down at my desk, and it brings me joy. I was thoughtful about picking the scent and making sure that it would light me up. I pick a different crystal every day when I sit down at my desk. I have a lot of them over there. And I think, which one do I love today? Which one resonates with me today? I read books because they bring me joy. Yesterday, I'm currently reading a book called A Marvelous Light, and there was a passage in the book that was so beautifully written that I reread it 5 or 6 times, and then I took a picture of it, and then I posted it on Instagram. And it doesn't even matter what the book is about or what the rest of it is about, but the way these words came together stopped me in my tracks, took my breath away. It was spectacular. I love reading. I am so grateful to the people that put these gifts out into the world. That was a beautiful joy moment for me. So here's a question I have. Do you feel guilty when you seek simple pleasures? Whatever that simple pleasure is, going for a walk, playing a game that you like, listening to music, eating a decadent piece of chocolate, having that third or fourth cup of coffee, whatever brings you joy, taking time off to read or rest or be with friends. Do you feel guilty when you take the time for yourself to have simple pleasures? I'd love, love, love to hear you comment. um, is it something that you struggle with? Is it something that makes you feel guilty? And why? Why does that happen? Adults, it's only adults. That only happens to adults. Children don't apologize. They don't feel guilty for doing things that make them laugh, or they jump in puddles, or they make snowballs, or whatever. They blow bubbles into their milk, and us parents say, we shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Why? Why? If it brings you joy, why can't you do it? As a parent, this is a really interesting note for me because it does drive me crazy when my kids blow bubbles into their food. And why do I care? I need to chill the fuck out with that, right? It, I have tried, and I've not always been successful, but as a parent, I have tried to only say no if there's actually a really good reason to say no. And me not liking it isn't usually a very good reason. I can separate myself, I can step away. How can we do that more for ourselves? How can we bring more joy into our lives without judgment? How can you reconnect with simple joys? One of the ways you could do that is by joining the Spark Collective and getting access to our Joy experiment, 30 days of simple pleasures. It's going to be so much fun. We just finalized the workbook today and the exercises, and it's so exciting. I don't know that I have been this excited about any of the exclusive content drops we've offered for the Spark Collective. This one is going to be so much fun, and I can't wait to hear the feedback from all the members. So again, today's the last day, $8 a month. Say yes to yourself. Join the Spark Collective. Um, I want to know from you all, what are some silly things that you do that bring you joy? What surprises you? What do you know every time is gonna make you feel just a little bit of unexpected joy? I'm currently reminded, and I don't know why, but it just popped into my mind. If you are a Gen Xer, you are gonna know this without a doubt. The scene in Pretty Woman where, uh Richard Gere is presenting Julia Roberts with that beautiful necklace to wear to whatever event they were going to. I don't remember. And she's all dressed up and gorgeous. And he opens the box and he slaps it on her hand. And then she just bursts out giggling. I think that was an improv moment. I've read something about that. But that's what I'm talking about. Like just these little unexpected ways to have some joy because you deserve to have some joy because it is worth it and there's no need to feel guilty about it. So, what are some simple joys and pleasures that you have in your life? The other morning, it just felt like I needed chocolate in my coffee. So, I put a little hot chocolate mix in my coffee with a lot of oat milk because something about oat milk sweetens it up for me. And I was like, this is so fucking yummy and delicious. And it was an absolute joy moment for me, without a doubt. Find all sorts of different ways to create with joy, to connect with joy, to experience joy. Now that the spring is here, going outside, listening to the birds chirping is joyful. My youngest child, this child, I love this child. I mean, I love them all. They're all amazing. She does something that I've started to notice is very consistent. She'll wake up in the morning and she likes to just exist for like maybe up to 15, 20 minutes, sometimes longer. If she doesn't have that time, her day does not get started the way she wants it to. And I said, "What do you think about?" And she goes, "I don't know. I don't think about anything. I just exist. I just want to be here." And she just calibrates to the world. And the other morning, we had the window open because it was a little warm in the house and it's springtime. It's beautiful outside. And I said, "Ooh, you got to lay here and listen to the birds chirping." And she goes, "Oh, they just started about 10 minutes ago." She's conscious of that, right? That's a joy moment for her. She was quiet. She was just with her body, present in her bed, in her life. And then the bird started chirping and she was aware because she was slowing down and paying attention. I love that. So you can cultivate joy in your daily life in so many different ways. You can create a joy routine. And maybe now I pull this information from clients' human design charts or from friends' human design charts. We can literally see if you're the kind of person that loves structure and routine, or if you're not, if you're a specific manifester, or if you're not. Maybe you know these things about yourself, maybe you don't, but you can create either a joy routine that you follow every day. Check those boxes. Give yourself, put it in your calendar, put it in your schedule, and be like, I'm going to do some sort of joy experiment right now. Or maybe you just want to have a resource box, a toolbox of different things that you can show up and do and go, "Oh, I I'm craving some joy. Well, let's pull one out of the hat." A little bit of a randomizer. It's interesting. I was actually thinking this morning, it might be fun. I've never made one of those Instagram or videos or whatever where you say screenshot it and see what's for you. We do it with affirmations or tarot cards. We did it with the Create Brave cards when those first came out. I should ask Rachel where that is. I would love to get my hands on that. But we could do one for joy. Would you guys like that? Would that be something you guys would like to see? Is kind of a little fun randomizer for different ways to invite joy into your life. You can be routine with it or you can be spontaneous with it. That's all fine. Whatever you want. What if today you decided to commit to experiencing a unique form of joy every day for the next week? What is possible if you decided to do that? Let me share one possible side effect. There's a ripple effect. See, we can't change anybody but ourselves. Remember, we've already talked about that. But when we change ourselves, the people around us change. If you are more joyful, that joy will have a ripple effect to the people around you. You will help other people experience more joy. That's the way energy works. It's quantum physics, folks. That's the way it is. If you're angry and nasty and mean and hurtful, you're going to get more of that back. You're going to spread that to the people around you. But if you are joyful and peaceful and calm and happy, you're going to spread that around. You're going to get more of that back. Who the fuck doesn't want that? Come on. You know you want some of that. My invitation to you today is to think about what joys you're currently experiencing in your life. And maybe where is there a joy deficit? And how can you seek more and experience more joy in small, easy ways? We're not talking about things that cost money or maybe they cost time, but they're simple. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, doesn't have to be a lot of money. What would be different for you in your life if you were more joyful more often? And would you like to do that? Do you want to give it a try? I hope that you do. And I want to hear the feedback. So I'm super easy to reach. Wherever you're watching this, we are live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Wherever you're watching this, send me a message, send me a DM, and tell me if you want to embrace more joy in your life and what is possible if you do. What will be different? What will be true then that's not true now? I'm excited to hear that from you. A couple of quick housekeeping things. Um, I will not be here live next week because I'm going on this last minute trip with my mom. Next Friday is the first Friday of the month. That is typically first Friday manifestation power hour. We are switching it to third Friday for May. The third Friday of the month will be the manifestation power hour because the second Friday of the month, I'm going on a field trip with my daughter's class. So third Friday of the month, manifestation power hour. This is just a space we come together and we manifest out loud and we dream big and we start to see actionable steps for creating our own unrealistic dreams, making those things come true. Because remember, the manifestation isn't just deciding something and it comes true, it's declaring something and then shifting the way you show up in the world to make it true. So you can join us for the Manifestation Power Hour. Today is the very last day to get the Spark Collective at the launch price of $8 a month. I am telling you, you do not want to miss this. You do not. If you are already a Spark member, share it with your friends. Let them know this is it. Last day, folks. And before I go, let's pull a Create Brave card. The Create Brave card are a deck of manifestation cards that I co-created with my friend Rachel Swanson. They are designed to help you guide and source your next step. So again, manifestation is not passive. Manifestation is active. And when we pull a Create Brave card, it just helps us think about who we are and what we want and how we're showing up in the world in a unique, different way. And I always pull a card and then like to see what the message is. Somehow they always, always connect with whatever we're doing here for the live show. And I shuffle, oh, there it is. I shuffle until the universe says, this is your card. This is your card. So here's the card. You guys want to see what it is? Growth, which is beautiful, isn't it? Rachel, my friend Rachel did all the artwork for these cards. Holy cow. I am aware and intentional about how I expand. How perfect is that today? I am aware and intentional about how I expand. We're talking about expanding through joy, experiencing joy simply for the sake of joy, and how that helps us master the trifecta of self, knowing, liking, and trusting ourselves. How that helps us build a foundation of worthiness from the inside out instead of looking for all of the answers from anyone and everywhere else. You have the answers. You have the answers. I'm not here to give you the answers. I'm here to help you discover them inside of yourself. That, my friends, is growth. I love it. What a beautiful card. I'm so glad that this is the card we pulled today. If you are loving this, if you are feeling connected, please say hi, send me a message, send me a DM. I would love to talk to you. It is always a treat and a joy. My name is Heather Vickery, and I am reminding you today and every single day to go out and choose bravely. And I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.